Lindsay Clancy, day 12, the day from hell. Let's talk about it. Good evening and welcome to Defense Diaries. I'm your host, Bob Motta, and we are here for the behind the scenes, the in the courtroom perspective that I had the absolute displeasure of being present for today. It was brutal. It was brutal. I'm going to wait for people to come in a little bit. I apologize if you're wondering, like, why did this dude not promote this anywhere? Why didn't he tell anybody when he's coming, on screen? I don't know. Actually, I was on with Brian Enton on News Nation from like 8:15 to whatever, 8:45. So, and Allie is exhausted. I don't think she's going to be joining me tonight. So it's me solo again. So you'll just have to deal with me. You'll just have to deal with me. And, I know how you guys love Allie. How'd she do today? I'm waiting in the chat. That was great all day. Good. I didn't get a chance to check in. I was, it was exhausting, emotionally exhausting day and an infuriating day. Oh, did you guys see that bat? Was that a bat? Oh no, it was just a moth. Oh my God. Guy really came for me. Yeah, I struggled. I was having a hard time holding it together in there. It was like the second time was just so much. Oh my God. It was, and I'm on News Nation, and they got like Mark Eiglarsh, who, former prosecutor, now he's a defense attorney. And, I have a lot of friends that have taken that route, however you say it. And I'm here to tell you, you can take the boy out of the prosecutor's office. You can't take the prosecutor's office out of the boy. Like Josh Ritter, love him. He's still got that prosecutor shit running around in him, Look, man, I've said it a million times. Defense attorneys, like, die in the wool. Defense attorneys are a different breed. A die in the wool defense attorney would never be a prosecutor. I could never be a prosecutor. It's not in my blood. I'm a defender. Like, it's my nature. Allison's the exact same way. Both of us would rather die than prosecute people. My father, a die in the wool defense attorney. Kevin Reddington. Dude, Reddington was never a prosecutor. His son, Pat, was a fucking great guy. I keep saying this. I wish I wasn't doing the live tweeting, because I would ask Kevin, and I would probably start with Lindsay's parents gently to see if I could sit in one of the back 2 rows in order to make it clear who I support massively. And today, that shit I talked about it last night. I talked about it. If they're gonna pull, like, what is the reasoning aside from complete scumbaggery for the Commonwealth not to have done that all at one time at the beginning of the case? What was this shit going through all these witnesses, and as they're getting towards the end, they gotta do the thing again. They gotta do the thing again. I mean, torturing that woman. Oh man. You know, I'm just sitting there dumbfounded, and I'm looking at the back of Sprague's head. And like, that's the epitome why I could never do that job. Like, she's sitting there 4 feet to her left is a woman that woman knows was mentally ill. She's seen all the evidence. It's undeniable. And there is no other reasonable explanation for why and how a woman like that, and I'm talking about Lindsay Clancy, who, if you don't think they scoured the earth for anybody to say that they saw Lindsay with the kids and they were slightly concerned. I thought she was a little rough. They asked everybody imaginable. I guarantee you that. They could not find a human being on the planet to say anything other than she was a loving, caring, wonderful mother. So knowing that, there is no reasonable explanation on the planet Earth that can explain what happened in that home other than she was sick with psychosis, and it's undeniable. They're never going to be able to prove it. And I'm talking about the Commonwealth. They're never going to be able to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. And in this case, it doesn't matter. In this case, it doesn't matter because it's that question of whether or not people are going to be able to put aside. I never even heard of this fucking Matt Walsh guy who's got 4 million followers on Twitter. And this fucking guy's like, you know, I had posted after the second go around, I'm like, and I'm just watching this destroyed woman sitting next to Kevin Reddington. And like, so I tweet out, I'm like, I desperately want to give her a hug. Like, I mean, she, out of anybody on the planet, Lindsay Clancy needed a fucking hug. She needed to feel that somebody cares. But like, it was unthinkable what they did to her today. It was the cruelest shit. I think it was in violation of the Eighth Amendment. It was cruel and unusual punishment to put her through that. All right, well, Matt Walsh is pretty decent usually. I don't know anything about him. I don't have any thoughts on him one way or the other. I don't know jack shit about him. I just know he took that post, and I'm going to read you what he said. Oh, thanks. It's a side. Oh, the best. I'm going to read you what he said. Okay. So he says, he quote tweets my shit. Oh, you know what? Let me just throw it up here. Might as well just show you all. And I don't consider this fucking drama. I consider this an attack on what is supposed to be going on with this trial, which is mental health and the healthcare system being put on fucking trial and eviscerated because it's broken. It just is. And I know how many wonderful, incredible human beings that we have in this very community that do it for a living. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the ability for the average American to be able to get health care of any fucking kind and have it be competent. Because unless you're going to somebody in private practice, if it's a money-driven business, which they all are for the most part, they don't give a shit. It's all about churning cash. And that's the problem. That is the absolute problem. All right, let me pull this shit up. I want you guys, I'm not doing a members only tonight at all. So throw your questions at me as we're going. Okay, let me see. So I post this thing. All right, so I got this dude right here, right? So let's see. How can I like get the fucking thing bigger? I don't get it. Is there some way to make it ginormous? No, whatever. So can you guys see it? So this Matt Walsh guy is like, this is a depraved feeling to have towards a woman who executed her 3 children. And he's quote tweeting I desperately want to give Lindsay Clancy a hug. So I don't see it for a hot minute. And this guy's got, like, if you want to talk about ratioed, I've got 31,000 followers. He's got 4 million. I mean, y'all are probably better at math than I am. But I mean, let's talk about ratios a little bit. He got 162,000. I got 26.8. I got 891. Like, fuck this guy. So he says that. And so I respond. I say, is it? I think it's depraved that you completely dismiss mental illness. Punishing those who have lost control of their mental faculties is fucking cruel. Of course, I kept it clean, as I always do on X. Your views on mental illness and its relationship with crime and punishment are circa 1880. You, sir, are part of the problem. I left it at that. And I never looked at that thread again. Because I'm sure, like, I don't know anything about the guy, but like two dudes who look like complete incels, women hating incel fucking weirdos, you know, are like, I'm like, oh my God. It's like trying to argue with people that just don't acknowledge that mental illness, number one, is a thing and aren't interested at all on the legal process and what the law is. Like those, like you're that's brick wall city. You know what I mean? Like you got to pick your battles. You got to figure out like who you're willing to debate with, you know, and you find out in short order if somebody's genuinely an intellectual person and has thoughts that oppose your thoughts and comes with some facts and some knowledge about the subject matter. There's nothing better than that. And I'm always here for it. I don't give a shit. You know, I don't debate things that I'm not incredibly comfortable with my knowledge of the subject area. If it's a case, you know, and it's hard because I follow so many cases and I'm an old man. So it's difficult to be able to maintain every fact from every case that I cover. Like there's shit that I've forgotten in Richard Allen. I mean, obviously I remember the big things, but the minutia, you know, which at one point was all locked in my head, you know, it goes. So I need refreshers, you know, but when it comes to the law and when it comes to a position that I've taken, I don't shy away from the debate ever. Ever. Never. No one has ever said, come on to my show and argue me. Let's go, let's debate, and where I've turned them down. You know, like where I draw the line with that is if I have somebody who is putting forth a proposition that I think is so fucking absurd that it doesn't warrant a debate, that's a different thing. Like, I'm not going to give oxygen to the Patrick Clancy shit. And I hope that you're not either. I truly hope that you're not. Patrick Clancy did not kill his kids. Lindsay killed her children. I'm not guessing. You know, I'm in a position to occasionally to be able to speak with her lawyer. And yesterday I asked him, I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, you're hearing this Patrick Clancy shit, right? He's like, yeah, I'm hearing it. And I'm like, you know, I told him, I said, look, my position on this thing, I'm like, do you think that fucking guy, this legend, this amazing trial attorney didn't think of that as a possibility early on in the case? I mean, are people under the impression that Lindsay can't speak, or that Lindsay has amnesia, or that Lindsay is still psychotic? Because none of those things are true. None of those things are accurate. And it's disgusting to me. It's just disgusting to me. You know, I hope against hope that the families are not. You can't escape this shit. Like everybody is on their phone. That family is on their phones because it's how we operate and navigate through the world, unfortunately, these days. And they're seeing this. I mean, could you fucking imagine being Patrick Clancy's parents who get a fucking call either early evening, middle of the night, whenever they get the call, and I'm assuming it's from Patrick, saying she killed the kids. And if you're a grandparent, I can't even imagine what that felt like for them, what it feels like for them. Can you imagine being his parents, living this fucking nightmare, and have to hear this shit from some fucking morons on the internet? I don't know. The humanity. Where's the humanity? This shit resonates. It hurts people. Like, what kind of fucking asshole is gonna be the one to pour salt in the biggest gaping wound imaginable? Or you're oblivious to it? I don't know. All right. It was a rough day, y'all. It was a rough day. Like with the whole Patrick Clancy thing, I'm like, I'm close to erupting like a fucking volcano. And but like the problem with that is I don't want to give it oxygen, but it's not going away. It's not going away. I mean, the people realize, okay, again, that Kevin Reddington, who, if you don't know anything about him, if your first pass and seeing him, fabulous trial lawyer, right? He's mesmerizing in there. It's like watching fucking Atticus Finch in the courtroom. Like he's amazing. He's got that ability to just be able to connect with people and just make a cross-examination seem like a back and forth conversation that occasionally gets a little heated. It's a skill. I love, as an attorney, I love watching attorneys that have mastered the craft. It's a sight to behold, you know? And you can always learn something as a young attorney, as an attorney that's been practicing for 20 years. You can always learn something from other lawyers and how they do shit, you know? And he's that guy. He's that guy. It's and so when you think about his chops, when you think of what he's done in his career and the number of cases that he's tried over his decades, and I don't know if there's any truth to it. I saw somebody posted some shit like, I don't know if he's got it. I read something that he has a tattoo that says "Never represent informants." Never represent a rat. I mean, that's the heart. That's an OG. And what that should tell you about an OG defense attorney, a gangster motherfucker of the greatest kind, is that there is no way in hell he would ever sell his client down the river. If there's 1 ounce of you that's buying into this Patrick Clancy shit, I just need you to understand that guy leaves no stones unturned. None. You think he's walking into a court saying we're going to stipulate to the homicides if he's not 100% certain through various resources that his client was the one whose hands committed the crimes? I mean, it's just use some fucking common sense. Like, honestly, everything's not a conspiracy. You know, it's like I honestly don't even give a shit if Patrick was not happy in the relationship. Like that, like, you know, like I have to look at one issue in this case, and it's Lindsay Clancy's mental health. And that's it. If they had anything from any of their devices that would give Lindsay some kind of motive Do you think we wouldn't have heard about it? Think about every fucking family annihilator case you've ever heard of. What's the what is always the driving factor? It's the other woman or it's the cheating spouse. Like, do you honestly think that if that existed anywhere on any of their devices that we wouldn't have heard it by better? I mean, I can't with it. It's so fucking stupid. He changed his shoes. What? Like Brian, like thank God he gave the question to Mark, the other guy that was on News Nation with me, the Patrick Clan. I would have lost my shit. Like the last thing I want to do is be on national TV talking about that fucking theory and giving it oxygen. Fucking brutal. All right, let's see what you guys got going on. I'm going to give the love as we're going. Andrea, family hug. Welcome. Michelle, family hug for you. Welcome, welcome. Amanda, family hug for you. I need all the hugs. I need the hugs today. So this is a symbiotic thing for us. I needed hugs. Today was a rough day. Margaret and I walked out of court and she's like fucking crying. She's like, that was fucking horrible. It was just like it takes you 20 minutes or 10, 15 minutes to like kind of compose yourself once you're away from the building, kind of like normal life sinks back in because fortunately we're not like, that's not our situation. But oh my God. It was just, well, we'll get into it, obviously. Lale Pop? Or Lale? Lala? I don't know. It's hard. Is that LA? Lay Pop? All right. Well, whatever it is, thanks for the jewels. It seems like you changed your name recently. I don't know. Have you? That picture looks so familiar, but I'm blind. I can't see shit. Thank you anyway. Ona Hendu. No, I need this frog out of my throat. That's what I really need. Water? No, I have something. It's just I don't know what it is. It's something that I can't cough out. Huh? Like nuts? No. Now, did you get me pistachios? Okay. You want those? No, I don't want to eat them now. I was just curious if you got them. Thanks. Thank you for the 100. TW, thank you for the 440. Jordan, thank you for the 440. Jordan, again, thank you for the 2. Meemaw, I love that. Thank you for the 2. Ona back. Am I saying that right? Ona Hendu, 62. Thank you for the hundo. Thank you for the 10. Enchanted Pluto. Danny Girl, thank you for the hundo. I appreciate that. May Cronin, did you get your lobster roll? Not yet, but I did better than that. I got the whole damn lobster. Margaret stopped and got the most delectable, delicious fresh lobster. That's what we had for dinner tonight. She cooked it up. Super simple dinner. It was the most delicious lobster I've probably ever had. And just beautiful corn on the cob. And a little potato salad. It was spectacular. They've got these little like butter pools. It's like this deep and it's just filled with delicious butter. So, and she kind of guided me through like cracking the entire crustacean because I had never done that. In Chicago, we're not like, even when I'm picking fresh lobster, they're bringing the tail out. Like I don't get the claws so this was an awesome experience. And she held my hand through it. It was awesome. And it was delicious. It was so good. But lobster roll, I'm sure I'll dabble with one at some point. And thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. S. Waller, 440 joules. Thank you very much. Grandma Bear, thank you for the 1,000. I appreciate that. KDP, thank you for the 10. Oh, JT. Oh, family hug. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you becoming a member. Mindy Helmich, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, family hug. EJ, 2 jewels. Appreciate that. Luann Kent, 440 jewels. Thank you very much. Ona back with 30 jewels. Danny Girl with 440 jewels. Thank you guys very much. Bailey B. Prosecutors usually warn victims' family of that kind of testimony. Do we know if they warned Lindsay Clancy's parents? They're victims in all this too. I don't think they warn anybody on the defense side of jack shit. Like, you guys have like a misapprehension of prosecutors. Like, where did you get that? The prosecutors usually warn victims' families of that kind. I mean, are you talking about like they're definitely not warning Lindsay's parents? Do those 2 women strike you as the type of women that give a shit about what anybody's feeling? They don't strike me as that. I mean, Lindsay knew it was coming. Red knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because Red told me it was coming at lunch. So I had, we had a little insider knowledge there. So we're like, we knew that the ME was coming on. Nothing can prepare you for it. Nothing can prepare you for sitting 10 feet away from Lindsay Clancy and watching it in real life. I mean, it's like, it's fucking cruel. It's just cruel. And that, like, this case is so hard. It's so hard because of the victims. Those beautiful little babies. And it's like, you've got the victims, and it's hard to sit here and say, we have to put them to the side when we're trying to figure out this case in terms of what we do with Lindsay. But we have to. They're never out of our minds, never out of our hearts, I mean, there's a job to be done. And, in doing that job, you've got to face the cold, hard reality of what this case is. And, the last thing I'm going to say about the Patrick Clancy bullshit is that what makes me more angry than anything is it diverts, and I don't give a fuck how many people's attention it's diverting. One person's too much. Taking your eyes off of what the issue is, which is the failures of the healthcare system, the failures of the providers to Lindsay Clancy. And it was a perfect storm. I said it yesterday, and I realize some of you may have feelings about Tufts and Gelada. None of these people had a malignant heart. None of them. I mean, Tufts was green. Tufts should have had somebody that, saying, you know what? I'm going to take a peek at what you're doing. No offense. You're new. Some of these things can be tough to deal with. And I'm going to take a peek. And if you have any issues, if it seems like, I mean, when you have a woman, but at the same time, there's this part of me that believes that Jennifer Tufts had just landed on this opinion that Lindsay was an L&D. Lindsay had some knowledge of medicine. Lindsay was an A-type personality. Lindsay, in her mind, was depressed. And that Lindsay was a bit of a pain in the ass. That's I think if I were able to strap her to a lie box and ask that one question, and therein lies the rub with her. You know, like any of these providers saying that they don't need to be reviewing, or it was unnecessary to review her medical records from other treating doctors and or facilities is fucking absurd. You know, maybe on the front end, if somebody comes in and you're like, oh, you know what? Let's try this. Put it on and it works. Good. You don't need to look at shit. When you got somebody that's continually saying this shit's not working, this shit's exacerbating what's already going on with me. This shit's making me feel like completely numb. All the complaints, at some point, doesn't just purient interest as a physician, as a doctor, like, aren't you curious to see if you can solve this puzzle? Well, to do that, you got to look at what happened prior to her coming into your treatment, under your care. And none of them did it. None of them. Like, how we live in this day and age where fucking robots are writing books and singing songs and making videos that nobody can. How are all the meds that somebody's on at one time not in some kind of fucking database? like, why isn't my chart accessible to every doctor? Like, you know, like, would you grant me access to your my chart so I can check out your shit? Sure. You're my doctor. I need you to know what's going on. You know, it's just hard. But my point being that the Patrick Clancy is, if it's diverting one eyeball off the fucking problem, off what this case is about, which is blowing up the system as it exists right now. And I know that I get some pushback from people that I adore in our community. I disagree with you. You know, and when we have our mental health awareness live, you're all invited to come on and we can have the discussion. There's nothing I love more than that. Convince me that I'm wrong. Convince me that the healthcare system does not need to be on trial right now. Convince me that postpartum depression needs to be on trial right now. The awareness, like, I got the impression that Tufts didn't even think that it was a real thing. To continue to land on general anxiety disorder, it's like, why are you being so resistant? Can you explain it to me like I'm 5, lady? Because I don't get it. I'm no fucking doctor. And I've never obviously had postpartum depression. And I would have diagnosed her with postpartum depression after just flipping open the Merck's manual. I mean, for all of you that dabble in the DSMs, are you not stunned that postpartum depression isn't in there? I mean, that shows you where it ranks. And it takes a perfect storm nightmare case like this to blow this thing wide open. And so when this Patrick Clancy shit is diverting people's attention away from what they should be focusing on, it fucking pisses me off. And if you're wasting time digging around on the internet trying to figure out if Patrick Clancy is the one responsible for this, knock it the fuck off. Seriously. Trust me. Trust me. That's all I can tell you. I'm friendly with the woman's lawyer. Fucking trust me. And trust him, more importantly. Ona, 30 joules, thank you. V. Oakley, 2 joules, thank you. Courtroom door, 350 joules, thank you. Shauna, family hug, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ona, 10 joules, thank you very much. Cody in Folsom, $2. Bo Peep did that today for pure shock value. Sick. I mean, I'm assuming that you're talking about her deciding to put an ME up towards the ass end of the case just to fucking destroy that poor woman sitting at the table. I mean, is that going to backfire on her? And I'm not talking about Lindsay. I'm talking about the prosecutor. Both of them. Is that going to backfire? Like, how does that resonate with the jurors? I can tell you right now, there was one juror, second row, probably early 50s, female, who the second go around. So after judge calls it, initially stops it, shuts it down during her first meltdown, excuses the jury, kicks us out of the courtroom, 15 minutes, fucking breathe. Red's in there trying to console her. Her parents are in there trying to console her. Her nurses, she has 2 nurses. Somebody asked last night, they sit right behind her. They're in there making sure she's okay. And, they invite us back in. Before she even starts speaking, Lindsay's already sobbing again because they had her back where they hold inmates. There's holding cells outside of the court, outside of the courtroom. So when they roll her back in, nurses come out. And like as soon as she gets situated, first she looks fine for 10 seconds. She looks composed. She's sitting there. And as soon as the judge calls the court to order after the jury comes back in, she loses it. And it gets progressively worse. And this woman standing at a lectern 5 feet away from her, pretending to be oblivious to what she's hearing in her right ear, and asking these questions that she knows are fucking destroying that woman, as if she's reading names out of a phone book. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Shame on her. And do they have to prove up the case? Yes. Do they have to do it like scumbags? No. They elected to try the case this way. It's one thing for them to say, you know what? We appreciate the offer to stipulate to the homicides where Lindsay's going to just admit that she did it. But we feel it benefits the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to put this case on from head to ass. And we're going to put on the murder case. We're going to prove it up because the kids deserve that. Because Lindsay Clancy doesn't get to sit at that table and not have to feel the fucking torture of hearing what she did to her kids. And I'm here to tell you that's some tone deaf, ignorant shit. And it's like they know everything. They know all the facts. They know what exists. They know what doesn't exist in terms of evidence. Again, if they had some shit that Patrick Clancy was running around and Lindsay caught wind of it as she lost her fucking shit, we'd have heard about it. It doesn't exist. That's not what this is about at all. And there's no intimation that it is what the Commonwealth thinks it's about. It's worse than that. They're just pretending like mental illness doesn't exist. They're pretending like they're completely oblivious to psychosis. They're acting as if they've never spoken to one of their own medical experts, somebody who's in the mental health side of things, to ask them a bunch of questions about psychosis so that they have a better understanding. It's like you're ignoring reality and deciding to live in a world of make believe in order to try this case this way, because there's no way that these women have not had discussions with qualified professionals. For that woman to sit in there and talk the shit about the unicorn in the fucking corner and the zombie shit is, the humanity of it all. All that for a conviction. I mean, no one thinks you're a fucking hero, lady. Nobody. Except for maybe the mouth breathers, the eye for an eye people. Those folks might think it, but, they're not my people. Those folks aren't, they're just not my people. Because folks like that refuse to listen to anything, that refuse to have an open mind, that refuse to acknowledge that mental illness is a thing, that our mental health matters, that you can lose control of your mind to where you cannot delineate between what's real and what's not. For you to pretend that none of that should exist, you're not a critical thinker. And I have no use for you in my life. It's like, I don't have time. I'm too old to suffer fools. And I'm beyond that, I have zero interest in it. I'm not going to get in debate with these fucking clowns on the Matt Walsh's shit. You're never changing somebody's mind on that type of stuff, which is my worry. We got one of those people on this jury. It's hung. You're never changing that person's mind. Never. And I'm afraid it's just going to happen over and over and over if they elect to retry or if it's hung. Ginger, 10, thank you. Mima, thank you for the 2 jewels. Salty Mom member for 8 months. Pure shock value, absolute prejudice. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, you ask any lawyer worth their salt. I mean, I don't know how you think that she's receiving a fair trial the way they're trying this case. The cumulative shit that he's allowed in this thing is crazy to me. I thought, like, when I tweeted, I'm like, oh, he seems to be, he's animatedly speaking to the ADAs. Like, is he saying like fucking work through this shit quicker? It's like, you know what I mean? Like trying to appeal to their sense of humanity. Talking about the judge to them, like speed this shit up. Like get the things that you need out and let's move the fuck on. Quit doing what you're doing. Why are you dragging this out? Like I sit here and maybe I missed it because I was so irritated. Like the first pathologist they put on that focuses on what you say, the brain and the heart. Like what the fuck was the point of her? Right? I mean, like I don't think I missed like where she didn't go through an autopsy. Like what was the point of that woman? I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. I mean, I'll admit I was very irritated, so I was half listening. Like I had half a mind to just leave the courtroom. I was so disgusted by the whole thing. But if Lindsay can sit through it and has to sit through it, then so do I. Defense attorney Meow, $5. He doesn't believe women should have the right to vote. Who? That Matt Walsh guy? If that's true, I don't know who said he's okay sometimes. What? If you said that guy's okay and this guy believes this shit, oh boy. I don't even want to hear about him. I don't give a fuck about that guy. I really don't. That guy matters not to me at all. Thank you for getting me another 1,000 followers today, though. By quote posting my shit. Appreciate it, big guy. Luna's mom. But thank you, defense attorney. $20. I had to ban myself from X today. The heart evil was enraging me. The evil was enraging me. Family hugs. Matt Walsh is not worth the time I gave him. Oh, you spent time popping off with that guy? He also thinks Karen Reed is guilty. Always comes back to Karen Reed. I'll tell you what. Having nothing to do with Karen Reed, if defense attorney Meow is talking about that guy doesn't believe that women should have the right to vote, like the conversation regarding Matt Walsh on this channel is dead. I have no use for that guy. He sounds like a fucking psychopath. Serious? I don't even know. I haven't checked to see if that's what you're talking about. I'm assuming. Steph, honey, $20. I pray none of these uninformed people that want LC on death row never have a sister or daughter suffer from PPD or PPP. I mean, yeah, me too. But, well, that's part of the problem, though. It's like that ignorance is bliss shit. People that have never had it touch their lives just don't understand it. They don't understand it. They do not understand mental illness. I mean, think about your 80-year-old grandparents. Go talk to them about mental health. You know what they think about it. Go ask, especially your grandfather, who's in his 80s. Well, just ask that, what do you think about mental health, Grandpa? I'll be like, what? What do you mean? Mental health. What are your thoughts on it? I don't know what you're talking about. What? He's not gonna have any fucking idea what you're talking about. Psychosis. What do you think about psychosis? What do you know about it? Shit just didn't exist. They throw, women on trial for being witches if they had an opinion on something. They did something a little untoward. Well, she's a fucking witch. Put her on trial. I mean, I'm a stone's throw from Salem here. Fucking kidding me? There's not a more apropos place for this trial to be happening, because the dudes who follow that dude, they're the kind of guys who put witches on trial. I don't have any room for them. We ran out of room for motherfuckers like that. Just South. I love you. I see you. I see you always. My girl. Thank you for the 440. I appreciate it. 200 from Chelsea. Appreciate you, girl. Luann, Kent, 2 jewels. Thank you. Mish from Northern Ireland, member for 7 months. When I see you say you didn't know him best, reply, wait, what the fuck? That is that? When I seen you say you didn't know him best, reply. Oh, you mean, are you talking about the Matt Walsh guy? When I seen you say you did, oh, I'm with you. I had to work my way through it. So you're talking about, I replied to that guy I don't even know who the fuck he is, which is true. Never seen the account. I have no idea. I clicked on it when he quote posted me, obviously, I'm like, whoa, 4 million followers. Wow. What's up, big shooter? Well, thanks, Mish. I got it. I finally understood it. First, I was like, what? And then it resonated. Thanks. DRP, 200 joules. Appreciate you. Lead with love, $10. My high school girlfriends from all girls school, 1975, are all feeling this case. I would hope that every woman on the planet is feeling this case. Like, honestly. I mean, how long do women have to eat shit from fucking men before you all band together and start running shit? And it's got to start with recognizing that mental health is a fucking issue. I mean, when you're baking a baby and your hormones are going fucking wild because you're creating life and sharing all your shit with that little baby that you're baking, and for those unfortunate souls where their shit goes haywire, I mean, what are we talking about here? You know, it's one thing for men to be oblivious. We're fucking idiots. For women, for every woman on the planet to not rally, whether you have kids or not, matters not. It's not the point. The point is that you understand. You understand that we're built different biologically. It's got, like, the fact that it's not in the DSM is fucking obscene. I mean, like, how long do we have to like live like we're in the 1800s? People are worried about fucking AI. And we haven't even gotten to the point in our society where we acknowledge that mental health matters as a general population, that PPD exists in the world, and that it crushes women's souls, and that it's not uncommon. I don't know. I don't get it. Thank you, Lead with Love. Appreciate that. Travis, I love your face. Thanks for the 10 joules. KS Granny, 2 joules. Appreciate you, girl. Jude, family hug. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate it. Elsie, Bob, do you regret changing your travel plans, ensuring you would have to sit through that in person today? I can't imagine how hard that was to see in person. It was awful. Like, it was enraging. Like, it went from like empathy to rage. It was cruel. The cruelty. And for her to be so cavalier. Like, is she under the impression that as a prosecutor that you cannot emote at all? Be somewhat sympathetic to a situation? I mean, if it hasn't dawned upon her that at this point, yeah, I can't, aside from the torch and pitchfork crew, like, nobody thinks that Lindsay Clancy's a monster. Because there's no other explanation other than she was out of her fucking mind. That woman's not doing that to the children that she loves more than anything in the world, unless she's lost her fucking mind. No, I wouldn't change a thing. I needed to be in the room so that I come do this live, talk about what I seen. Thank you for the what'd you throw? $10. I appreciate it. Sham sandwich, new member. Family. Appreciate that. And welcome to the family. Luann Kent, another 2 joules. Appreciate you. Marlene, thank you for becoming a new member. Oh, family hug. All right. I think we're like, so I don't forget. I think we've kind of landed. We're going to do, where are we going to do this thing? Like it got by far and away the most votes.
No, we haven't decided yet.
I think I told people I'm deciding today. That's it. What's that town called?
Braintree?
Braintree.
Okay.
We're going to do it in fucking Braintree.
All right. We'll figure it out.
So the question is when. Like it sounds like this trial's not going to be done this week for sure.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. What do you guys think about a Tuesday? Like for those that are in town and would like to come, what are your thoughts? And I'll see it when I scroll to the bottom.
Anybody like the idea of Norwood? Throw that out too.
Norwood. It's 10 o'clock. All right. So I'll scroll. Like, what do you guys think of Norwood or Braintree? But more importantly, what do you think about a Tuesday, Wednesday type meetup? Everybody tells me about the Boston traffic on Thursday, Friday is horrific. Yeah.
It's real.
I mean, I have to assume people are telling me the truth.
Yeah. We lie to you.
I mean, I wouldn't think so. Darcy, $10. Bob, I would have given her a hug. Guilty or innocent. Bob, are you over or under 62? I am under. I am 56. Glorious years. I feel 39 though. Andrea. Family hug. Appreciate that. Love new members. Teresa, $10. Oh, hugs. Thanks, Teresa. Hug back to you too. Thank you. I need a hug. Music. Family hug, Bob. Thanks for covering this. It's my duty. I don't know what kind of defense. Like what kind of defense geared law tube channel would I be if I'm not covering this case? Fucking Kevin Reddington's like some champion on a huge, massive white steed fighting for women all over the world. I'm here for it. You know, if people are like, oh, God, you're so biased, you're goddamn right I am. Because I'm on the right side of this, and no one's convincing me otherwise. I don't need to wait to hear their experts. I know what their experts are going to say. The woman was psychotic. And what everybody who doesn't understand psychosis is going to learn is it waxes and wanes. You can plan, you can calculate, you can do all these things. Like people just have no concept of what it is, and it's annoying as fuck. I'm so over it. So you know, it's like it's so annoying. And there's going to be people that think that the defense doctors are quacks. They're just saying whatever the hell they were paid to say. Bullshit. It's going to be the opposite. Because if they're like, I cannot begin to imagine that they're going to find some kind of doctor that's going to be willing to get up on that stand for the Commonwealth and fucking lie about psychosis. They'll lose their credibility as a doctor nationally. They'll be shunned. This carny sideshow fucking hacks. And I guess we'll see. See how they do it. Jaded. 1,000 glorious jewels. Thank you so much. Twigs. Member 7 months. Are you staying for the remainder of the trial? I mean, unless my wife threatens to murder me, which could happen.
Or I kick you out.
Or Margaret fucking kicks me to the curb.
Not happening.
But thank you for being a member. Appreciate you, Twigs. Let's see. Madeline. Family hugs to you, Bob. We love and appreciate you. Well, I love and appreciate you guys even more. C. Riddles, 440 jewels. Appreciate that. Jaded, 550 jewels. Mish from Northern Ireland, 200 jewels. Still giggling about like, sent that thing. I'm like, what does this mean? And then it hit me. Thanks, Mish. One last breath. 2 jewels. Appreciate that. One last breath. 2 jewels. Appreciate that. Oh, jelly bean. Love that. It's a happy moniker. Oh, family hug. Welcome, jelly bean. Thrilled you're here with us. Jam 1978, 2003. 450 jewels. Appreciate you. Thanks, Jam. 680 jewels. Appreciate you. Nurse Deb, thank you for being you. Thank you for doing the real work. Nurse Deb, appreciate you. Pensive Peggy, thank you for the 440. Mama, 200. Thank you. Mish from Northern Ireland, 2 pounds British. Did you see her glance at the jury? Who? The prosecutor? Yeah, I'm sitting directly behind her, trying to blow her head up with like a stare, trying to do like some Jedi mind shit on her. It's not working. Pensive Peggy, this case makes me sick, but I understand it. Signed, most baby-making aged women in America today. Sans trolls. I know, right? I mean, you nailed it. Such an important trial. And thank you, Pensive. Appreciate that. Mama Recco. Is it Mama Recco or Mama Rico? I would say Recco. 800 jewels. Thank you. Elsie, coming in hot. $50. Matt Walsh made his name with a doc on what is a woman. Talking about the transformer thing. What? I don't even know what that means. It's now so totally ironic that he doesn't consider that real women are different from men in ways he will never understand and apparently doesn't want to. Look, like, it's not lost on me that, and first of all, thank you very much for the generosity. I'm a bit of a unicorn when it comes to men. I'm very, very, very much in touch with my feminine side, and I'm a massive feminist, and I'm a girl dad, all those things. And I have no illusions about what's going on with men and women. I've said it. I've been saying it for years. Women should be in power in this country. Men have been fucking it up for long enough. I'm over it. Women are fucking amazing and way smarter than men and have compassion. You know, it's just, you're different beasts altogether. And I'm here for it. And I got your fucking backs hard. Shams sandwich, 1,000 jewels. Thank you very much. 80 jewels. Ooh la la. Appreciate it. Trinity Reflection, 400 jewels. Thank you very much. History. Love you. Thank you for gifting the 1DD podcast membership. One lucky member. Family hug to the beneficiary. Mish from Northern Ireland. Bob, does Lindsay remember how? Or does she remember now? I hope not. Of course she does. She doesn't have amnesia. Like what? We're like, that's another misconception. Like, she's not learning it for the first time. She's not psychotic anymore. She knows what happened to her children. She knows that she did it. Like, there's no, like, she didn't have to get hypnotized to remember this shit. The woman is suicidal. Like, Reddington said it. In the first days, like, she's suicidal still now. The woman wants to be dead. I mean, her entire life is gone. Starting with the thing that was most important to her, which were her children. You know, I mean, yes, she definitely remembers it. It's like Anton said that, or like Mark, like, he's like, oh, you know, she's sitting there and she's hearing it, and I'm like, I wasn't on with them at that point. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, you think this is the first time she's come to realize that she killed her kids, like in open court, hearing the autopsy? I'm like, she's well aware of what happened. Pensa Peggy, the biomedical model for psychiatry does not work anymore. Model has to change. Insurance companies have to go, and environmental factors. I mean, dude, the environmental factors are like these things, dude. I'm telling you, are not healthy. They are not healthy. Us sitting looking at screens all day, every fucking day, is not good for us. It's not good for our minds. It's just not. We're all addicted to it. I'm addicted as shit to that thing. I hate that thing. But I still look at it constantly. It's destroying our minds. That amongst many, many other things. Thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Jaded 27, Canadian 28, really. It's like they were murdered by a different person. It's not like they were murdered by a different person. They were, in fact, murdered by a different person. You know, it would be like if I were able to implant a chip into your mind and I could take control of it, and I was an evil fucker, and you no longer had your own mind to control the volition of your body, but I was controlling it. I was putting the thoughts in. I mean, she had lost control of her mind. She could not discern what was real and what was not. I mean, that concept is so terrifying. You know, it's like you think about like, oh, you know, if I'm drinking and I lose control because I can't remember what happened that night, you know, because I was too drunk and I blacked out, you know, and you have no recollection of it the next day. It's a completely different thing, but it's conceptually the same thing where you've lost the ability to be able to control your functions, you know, and like this is a thing where she's able to do, like, she's got a diseased mind, and you're able to do complex tasks. Like, it's not a thing where you're, you know, drooling and that's not it. Like, the sooner these experts get on the stand and explain all this shit to people, the better off we are. You know, it's just, it's like they were murdered by a different person, and now their mom has to sit there and listen. I mean, that's exactly what it is. She has to listen to it for the very first time. Please take time for yourself. You have so many people who love and care about you, Allie, and family. Thank you. We appreciate you very much. You're a wonderful, wonderful member of the community. Stephanie, I had Canadian $14. I had crazy anxiety after my breast cancer diagnosis, and during treatment, my nurse treated me like a giant problem. They made me get a psych eval. I had a deadly disease, for fuck's sake. Here's a virtual hug. Yeah. Oh, right back at you. Sorry I went through that. Like, truly. Like the worst moments of your life, and you have somebody who's either had a really bad day or just doesn't have the temperament to be a nurse. I mean, almost to a person, most nurses that I've ever come in contact with are incredible. compassionate, empathetic human beings who care for people for a living in the most dire circumstances sometimes, so, but like anything, there's bad apples, right? Thanks, stuff. Bailey, sending more money to be clear. I know they do usually warn families if they see them as victims too, right? These prosecutors did not. That's why I'm livid. If you're talking about Lindsay's folks, that concept is lost on prosecutors. I mean, they may say some hollow word shit like, oh, yeah, we feel terrible for Lindsay's parents. They're victims in this too. It's like afterthought shit, It's like I've seen it firsthand. Prosecutors are not dealing in the humanity of these cases, y'all. I keep trying to tell you that. The defense attorneys are the ones who are dealing with the defendants' families. We're dealing with the human side of the case, whereas the prosecutors just aren't. They have facts, they have evidence, they put their cops on, they get their experts, they create their narrative, and they move forward, knowing nothing about this person other than when they've done a background to try to get in some 404B shit. And that's the extent of what they know about the people that they're prosecuting. That's it. Thanks, Bailey. You never, Bailey, I adore you. You never need to feel like I don't think you're amazing. I think you're awesome. You send me DMs. You're a very kind person. Like if it seems like I'm being stern, it's just I'm in a mood. Don't take shit personally. It was a rough day. Rhonda Brinsfield, $5. When will your segment be aired and where? It broke me when LC broke down and said she can't. I just can't do this. Start bawling like a baby. It was crushing. Oh my God. And the concept, if anybody's sitting out there thinking that woman's performing, you are devoid. You have the emotional IQ of a fucking grapefruit. If that's what you think, if that thought even enters your mind, you're just oblivious to humanity. I don't know what else to say. You could be mad at her for what she did, but also understand. I mean, there's that weird dichotomy in this case. Of course, we're all destroyed of what happened to those children, but at the same time, I could be destroyed at what happened to her. I wouldn't wish what happened to Lindsay Clancy on my worst fucking enemy. Talking about living in hell, in absolute hell, with complete knowledge of what she's done. She lost the ability to walk. She lost her family, her life, her ability to ambulate. All of it's gone. And it's never coming back. It's over. Talking about hopelessness. Talking about feeling numb. Ugh. Well, she's feeling all of it now. Every single ounce of it, she's feeling it. Thanks, Rhonda.
Well, her parents watch.
Yeah, it's brutal. Mavka and Sky, $2. Thank you. LC was viewed as just another appointment, not a human. I mean, there's truth to that, and it's like our friends in the chat that are therapists are going to take exception to that shit. But again, if you're in private practice, it's a different beast. You know, if you're in like mill, it's like mill shit, like they're just running through. Like, I mean, just think about your like doctor's office. Like they're all being bought out by massive corporations, you know, and it's a system. Okay, get them checked in. Okay, you're checked in. Get the nurse out there, pull them in, weigh them, get their height, do their blood pressure. Doctor will be in 5 minutes. Doctor comes in, gives you 10 minutes of their time, asks what your complaints are, checks a few things here and there, says, I think this is what we got going on. Says, I think this is what you need, writes up a script, and out the door you go. I mean, JPJH is a retired vet. Thank you for your service. And former VSR, RVSR at the VA. This case demonstrates how broken the American healthcare system is. I mean, I could not agree more. My father's a vet. I put him in the VA because I wanted him to like, and I'm like, you need to run everything because I need to know if what's going on with him is neurological. I don't understand why he's like losing his strength. I mean, he doesn't seem to have any of the signs of Parkinson's. He doesn't have ASL or what is it? Lou Gehrig's.
ALS.
Yeah, ALS. I just call it Lou Gehrig's disease because I'm old. You know, it's like those things aren't what's happening. And, you know, they go in there and his baseline is he walks in a walker and they keep him in this fucking bed for 3 weeks and he gets out for 10 minutes a day and they do the round table with all the treating physicians, with the social workers, with the nurses. There were 15 people in that room with like me and my father and Allie. And they're like, well, his baseline is he's wheelchair bound now. I'm like, no. I'm like, he's not. You've let him emaciate laying in that fucking bed. I'm like, I'm taking him out of here right now. We're out today. Get the discharge paper going. I'm taking my father out of here. And of course, he got out of the wheelchair and he's, you know, still struggling to ambulate, but he's walking around with his walker. You know, it's like, it's just, yeah, the VAs are a whole different thing entirely for the people that put their lives on the line for us. Thanks, JP. I agree completely. Nellis, Bob, the histrionics of psychiatric and medical history are why postpartum and women's health concerns are in the DSM as prominently as are not in the DSM as prominently as they should be. Yeah. It's gospel. Thanks, Nels. Is it Nels or Nelly? Nellis. Just butchering that last. Like one of those ways is butchery. Just Chen, 20 joules. Thank you. Mima, 100 joules. Thank you. Lalomi? Lalomi? I mean, that's just hard to say. I don't know what like Lalomi. 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 Whatever it may be. Thank you for the 2 joules. Sherry Davis, the truth. Somebody came up with a great idea. I can't remember if it was history. I think it was probably history. It was one of my mods. She's like, you know what would be a great thing for members only is that we have people explain what their screen names mean. I was like, that's an awesome idea. Because like when you're typing it out in your mind, there's a reason that you're typing whatever you're typing. There's a story behind it, right? I think it's a great idea, and I'm going to incorporate. We're going to do that because I'm dying to know. Inquiring minds with many of you. Inquiring minds want to know.
You can start it off.
Yeah, you don't get to start it off.
What?
You gotta be on the live. I'm gonna that's gonna be a members only thing.
I am.
I know, but this isn't a members only. Sherry Davis, $20. Thank you for covering. It's my duty. It's my duty to cover this. I wouldn't be worth a shit if I wasn't covering this case. Just Jen, 200 joules. Oh, and thank you, by the way, Sherry. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the 200 joules. Just Jen, thank you for the 600 joules. Glamasuz, good to see you in here. The Shining Twins are alkalites of the Marquis de Sade. They're just pure evil. They seem devoid of humanity. I'll say that. Thanks, Glama. Always appreciate you. Junebug, 440 joules. Clean Life, 151. If diagnosis is not in the DSM, good luck trying to get insurance to pay. No doubt. No doubt. Thanks for the 5. Josh Chen, 2 joules. Josh Chen, 100 joules. Thank you. Thank you. Defense attorney Meow, $7. The jury is going to find out that they didn't have to see any of that. And I can't imagine the anger. Hopefully this motivates people to vote the AD out. I do. So here's a insider scoop. So we were leaving for lunch and somebody had asked them, like, are there protesters out there, either pro or for? I'm like, no, there's nobody out there. Today there was one dude with a sign and it said, what did the front say? The back said Diaz is a dickhead, but he forgot the A, so it was Dick, H-E-D, dickhead. What did the front say?
Heartless bastard.
Heartless bastard. So, and he had it was a sandwich sign, so he had a front and a back on it. And he was the one dude.
This is a dickhead.
Yeah, that was our guy. That was our protester today.
He came and sat in too.
Yeah, he did. I saw him on there. Thanks, defense attorney. Appreciate you. Balomi, 10 joules. Just Jen, 10 joules. Salty Mom, 10 joules. Thanks, guys. Just John, 2 joules. Thank you. Crystal Justice, member for 2 months. I want to know if they have daughters, grandkids. You talking about the prosecutors? I have no idea. No idea. JPHJ or JP or yeah, JPJH. $5. This case, along with Reed, tells me Mass has a bad state police and horrible medical. The medical system isn't a Mass thing; it's a national thing. It's just it's like it everywhere. Thanks, appreciate you. Aaron Richardson, advocate, love that. Oh, family hug, welcome. Found your home, I promise. Just Jen, 30. Thank you. Just Jen, 30. Thank you again. Rhonda, $2. Did Lindsay have to be in there for all that? I mean, I did not see. I'm going to ask Reddington tomorrow if they ever filed something with respect to this issue of having her sit in there during this shit. You know? I mean, we all saw Adam Montgomery's scumbag ass sit in his cell for his entire trial. You know, I don't know. I'll find out though. Just Chen, 2 joules. Just Chen, another 2 joules. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another, thank you. 100 joules from Clean Life. Thank you very much. Angie Baby, 440. Appreciate that. Erica, member for 1 month. Thoughts on DA trying to impeach ME? It was fucking ridiculous. You're impeaching your own witness. Well, I have to impeach my. You know, it's like, I thought it was insane. Everything they do, I think, is insane. As a baseline, I think that they're trying this case like absolute scumbags. You know? And I have no problem with the fact that this is on the internet and they could easily click on it and watch it and hear me say that. Diane, Boston, $5. Bob, your compassion for people brings me to tears. Please never change. Thank you. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. It's like I'm just an emotional creature, and I'm a advocate. It's like it's how I'm built. But thank you for that. Dana Pooh, $2. Couldn't LC sit out of court during all that? No, I don't think so. I mean, because it's that thing where, the judge he's pretty compassionate, like what would we be seeing if Judge Everett was sitting on this case? But Everett had feelings about Donna Adelson. I mean, I'll tell you that the judge is paying rapt attention. I talked about this last night, but you'll get judges that just are, you can tell they're working on other shit. They got their screen there. They're looking at it, kind of half listening, not Judge Sullivan. He's listened to it all diligently. And I appreciate that from a judge. Yeah, he's engaged. Clean life, which I think is what, allows the sobbing to go on until Lindsay just can't take it anymore. I mean, there's no part of me that thinks that he's calling for the break because he's worried about the jury not being able to separate the emotion out of the thing. I think he's trying to show her some mercy. At least that's what I like to think is going on. Clean Life, 600. Thank you. Sleuths Investigates. $4.99. Matt Walsh is a jag-off. Fuck that dude. Red literally had my heart today through the television. God bless that man. Dude's legit. Like that guy you see in the courtroom is exactly who he is outside of the courtroom. And I have the opportunity to talk to Pat, his kid. I mean, your kids are always going to tell tales out of school, and Pat's a fucking hilarious guy. He's, every bit his father's son, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Fellow attorney, fellow defense attorney, living in that guy's massive shadow until his old man retires and then picks up the mantle. What a guy to learn from. Milky Joe, 5. What were you about to say about the jurors' reaction to the bow being grotesque? Did I talk about the bow? I don't think I talked about the bows. The bows are disgusting. It's like I don't know. I called it on the first day with the bow thing. And like I was saying last night, I think, I don't know what the jurors are thinking of it. You know what I mean? It's like, in theory, they're not on the internet. They're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be looking about what's going on in the world surrounding this case with all of us talking about it. They're like, supposed to be shut off from all this shit. Now, whether or not they've come to their own conclusion about the bows, I don't know. I'm sure out of the 18 people that one of them has come to that conclusion, that's some cheap carny trick, fucking shell game, con man bullshit. Let's try the case on the up and up. Facts are as bad as they are. You don't need to pull shit like that. $5. How do you think the jury is feeling with what the prosecutors did today. Tell Cora B that Stewie says hi. She's not out here. I don't know where she is. She might be up with, yeah, she might be up with Dad. But thank you. I will. I'll tell her. I mean, they've been doing it. You know what I mean? It's like today wasn't like an exception. You know, if you're asking specifically, like, what do I think that they might be thinking about the fact that they're seemingly sandwiching their case with the autopsies? I mean, I would hope that there's jurors that are savvy enough and using their common sense to realize the chicanery that's going on in that courtroom with these prosecutors and like what they're up to. You know, like if I'm a juror, I'm like, why the fuck didn't they do that? Like when they did the other one, like why are they doing this again? Like now, I mean, it's impossible to answer that question. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know the answer. I cannot come up with any kind of reasonable explanation other than they're devoid of humanity, which is an awful thing to say about people that are doing a job. But man, like have some humanity. It's a disservice to that office. It just is. You know, and I have no idea if their boss is like this is how I'm telling you need to try this case. You know, because Christine, who's one of our members, like she's been in court. She wasn't in there today. She's former, like I was talking about her last night. You know, I'm like, I'm always asking my prosecutor friends like how the sausage is made in there. Like how much power do you have as a assistant DA or assistant state's attorney, depending on where you're at, to tell your boss to like fuck off, I'm not trying this case, or fuck off, I'm not trying this case like the way that you want me to try it. Because I have to feel proud of what I'm doing. I have to feel like I can look myself in the mirror with what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's like I always am curious about that. Like, and I don't know what the dynamics are in that office, you know, but like I know that these two women, it's not their first rodeo. They've been doing this for a long time. So it's curious to me. I don't know the answer. Meemaw, $2. You should be so proud of your heart, Bob. Well, thank you. I appreciate that kind thought. And the $2 too. JP, JH, $5. So is that don't hate lawyers? Remember that Lindsay is represented by the McCabe's lawyer. His job is to defend their clients in the case before them. Yeah. One thing has nothing to do with the other. You know, like nothing. You know. You call up Kevin Reddington's office and you say, I need a lawyer. Say, what's it about? He's gonna say, all right. I mean, I like what is he representing her for? That's like an actual question. Like what was the representation regarding? Like, I'm not privy to that. Like, I don't know. Okay, why don't you go look in your binder? What was Reddington? What was Reddington representing Jen McCabe about? Like, what was the representation?
Oh, that's not.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Beautiful messy ball. What about TB? He just posted repeal the 19th. What? What do you mean he just posted repeal the 19th? Is that for real? Hold on. Did he really post that? I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna waste time looking for it on the live, but I don't like it.
Wait, what is it?
I don't know. Thanks for $2. Somebody said TB just posted repeal the 19th.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? The 19th is what granted women the right to vote.
Oh, yeah, couldn't possibly.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Let me know. I'll go look. Hold on. Oogie-do.
I mean, can you believe? I want you to think about this. Can you believe in this country that women couldn't go into a fucking polling station and vote? Every time I think about that, it blows my mind. Oh, God, it's like, oh, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. L-Bug or Ellie Bug? Which one? I'm gonna say Ellie. Ellie Bug. $10, thank you. How do you feel about Patrick leaving the kids with Lindsay after knowing the thoughts that she was having? I struggle not to blame him for that, but I don't believe the other garbage. I mean, so here's where I'm at. I don't know how much he knew. You know what I mean? It's like he was seeing the zombification effect of the Seroquel. He was seeing and hearing that her anxiety was off the charts. He knew that she wasn't able to sleep. The problem with the Patrick situation is and we know now that he at least had one meeting with Gelada, maybe more, I can't remember. We know that he was involved with multiple television health meetings with Dukes. You know, Dukes didn't know. Like, none of these providers had diagnosed her properly to know that she was a threat. So who's telling him? You know what I mean? So you can't know what you don't know. You know, but I understand the question. I mean, it's a different thing entirely if he had a sense of it. You know, because I think it's clear from the testimony that we've heard, and at this point, I think they're done with the treaters, unless that Mavda or whatever her name is. There's one other one that's listed in the lawsuit. Yeah, like they hadn't diagnosed her properly to tell him. Like, no, like they're still all coming in and saying, I didn't see any signs of psychosis. You know? So, like, none of them would have been of the mindset to tell him, like, look, there's two choices here. One, either we involuntarily commit her, or two, you get the kids out of the house because we think that she's a threat. But if they get there, she's going into a facility. You know what I mean? If they feel like that she's a threat to others, like truly, they're sectioning her. You know what I mean? So it's like they didn't know to tell him. So then it becomes like, how much did he know, like in his gut? You know, it's like it's such a like a fucked up case because it's like the perfect nightmare storm of shit happened to end up where we're at right now. You know, it's like all these different things had to occur in order for Lindsay Clancy to end up where she ended up psychologically, and for the unthinkable to happen. You know, it's like, I mean, but I hear you, you know, I do. Sarah Jane, $7 Canadian, thank you. We are the granddaughters of the witches. They couldn't burn. Indeed, you are. The last time I was in Boston, when I came with Lauren Bright Pachenko, and we went to Salem, and we went to like a witchcraft shop. I thought it was fucking awesome. You know, it's like they were embracing that dark part of history, you know. It's just BMD. $2 you gave me directions to the shop in Salem. I did? What? I did? Well, did you go? It's funny, I didn't even see that when I was telling that story. I was just going off that last comment. Well, thanks for the 2. Appreciate it. Magical Mary, 350 jewels. Appreciate that. Just south, $20. Thank you. Thank you for seeing Lindsay, Bob, and for helping others to see her too. Well, like I said, I feel it's an obligation. You know, it's like it's one thing for me to sit up here and preach about shit. I think it's important for you guys to know that I put my fucking money where my mouth is. And if I think that I need to show up, I show up. And this is a case that I knew I had to show up. I knew it. I felt it in my bones. Like I told Allie, I'm like, I gotta fucking go. She's texting me. She's probably telling me, she's screaming at me not to read the jewels. I'm not reading the thing. I'm just thanking people for the number. Allie hates the jewels. Probably pissed that I read that out loud. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping, woman? It's just people sending a fun emoji, not an announcement. You're setting a bizarre precedent. What? The jewels turn into money. Like my wife does not believe that. It's not just a fun emoji. Can somebody tell Allie that? I don't know. Like somebody sent like the conversion chart of jewels, like what it means. Like I think 1,000 jewels is like $10 from what I remember. I don't know. It's all new. Like I think 200 jewels is $2. Thanks for the $2, Gray Space. That'll make Allie feel better. 67 jewels. Thanks for the 67 cents, Mark. Is that better, babe? I'm talking to her text messages. 2 jewels. It's like 2/10 of a penny, I think. I don't know. Scholastica. Thanks. Pammy, $20. Have I said I love you lately, Bob? No, you haven't. But you have now. Thank you. And I love you back, Pammy. Thank you for your generosity. Outside Dogs, $1 solid. Appreciate you. Elizabeth, Bob, please tell us what you really think about her wearing a different bow every day to point out Cora loving bows. I think it's crossing boundaries. And why doesn't the judge tell her to cut it out? Also overstepping autopsy. I mean, has anybody done the research as to that particular prosecutor to look at another case that she's done that they happen to stream to see if that is her pattern? That's the only forgivable explanation. Like if she's just a bow wearing gal and we're all wrong, that it's some cheap trick to inflame the jury. I mean, because like the judge might not even be thinking about it. You know, I'm going to ask Reddington tomorrow about what his thought on the bows are. Like he'll like remind me to ask him that. I want to ask him what his position on the bows are.
Okay.
Remind me. I don't want to forget that specific question.
Okay.
I mean, I think
trying
it.
to find pictures of her from before.
If it's what I think it is, it's disgusting. That's what I really think about it. I think it's some low rent scumbaggery. That's what I think. It's awful. Isn't like putting on this case the way that you're doing it bad enough? I mean, how weak is your case? How many little shitty things do you have to do to try to suck all the emotion out of the jurors in order to get a conviction? Like if your case is strong, like why do you have to play these tricks? It makes no sense. But it makes sense because their case sucks. Thanks for the 20. Sue No Wiki. Wish all men think like you, Bob. Well, it'd be a much better place to live on this planet. Allie's lucky to have you, Bob. Love you. Well, we're lucky to have each other. But thank you very much for that. And I truly appreciate that sentiment. Widow Bailey, $5. I was driving my semi truck listening to trial. I had to pull over just sobbing. And that DA is ruthless, so inhumane, heartbreaking. Could not agree more. Could not agree more. I mean, just listening to it, right? Like, could you guys hear her sobbing? Because at first I was like tweeting, because she's really trying to keep the noise of the sobbing to herself, like early on. And then it just becomes to where you can't control it. You know? Ugh. Nikki Lewis, how were jurors responding when LC was breaking down? Like I said, there was the one woman in the back who, there was one juror. Like they would all take looks at her and then, none of them were sitting but there was the one juror in the back. And man, I was trying to read her, but it's like, they keep saying, and she was like, just staring at her. I could see her feeling it, and she's dabbing her up. She was getting emotional, but you never know what's going through her mind, making her feel the way she's feeling. Is she feeling empathy? She's like, I've heard enough of what happened here to feel her pain as I'm sitting here forced to watch it. I mean, I don't know. But for the most part, most of the jurors were composed,
Remarkable.
Yeah. Happy camera.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Right.
See you in the morning.
You know how to close the door?
Yeah. It was a real challenge last night. Thanks for the 10 jewels. Luna's mom, incredibly generous, $50. Bob, my mom was told that her mom died in childbirth. Oh my God. When I was 19, the state of Michigan called her and told her that her mom passed away. She was institutionalized for schizophrenia. There's an actual obituary from the newspaper. Wow. So are you saying that your mother had been told by people that she had died when she gave birth, and then when you're 19, the state of Michigan, like, so holy shit. My mom was told that her mom died in childbirth. Okay, so your grandmother, and I'm assuming that you never met her, right? Obviously. And so are you saying that your mother never met her own mother? And that she found out that she had actually been alive that whole time when you were 19 and the state of Michigan called her to told her that her mom had passed away? Holy shit. Like, all right. Like, I need to hear more about this. Like, how? Who? There's so many questions I have. That is unbelievable. I mean, holy shit. Who told her that? Like, did the rest of the family keep a secret? Like, I have so many questions about that. Luna's mom, like, you're gonna have to flesh that out. Like, we all need to know now. I mean, that's an unbelievable story. Did I get it right? Am I getting it right? Oh man. Thank you so much for the generosity and that story, which now I'm like I'm totally, you got me. I'm sucked in on it. I wanna know more. Sounds like the kind of story that's dying for a podcast to be made about it. I mean, wow. Clean life. Oh, family hug. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're gonna like it here. You're gonna like it here, I promise. Shauna, 200, thank you. Becky Mack, 10, thank you. Jeannie, member 5 months. Do you think the state will rest tomorrow? I don't know. Apparently, like, Red got some bad intel from what I'm hearing. Like, they're going. Like, maybe Friday. It sounds like they have a witness problem with one of their witnesses, unless, like, appearing when they need them to appear. So, I mean, they just keep putting people up there. Like, I thought we were going to be in the defense's case in chief here. So I told Allie, I'm like, oh, like, I have it on good authority. They're close. They're resting either last Friday or Monday. Here we are going on Thursday. I don't know. Like, Allie's going to get in that ass, man. Thanks for being a member for all those many months. M. Shannon, 600 joules. Thank you. Mimi, 440. Thank you. Sweet Lou, 10. Thank you. Mimi, back, 200. Thank you. Laura M, 350. Thank you. Gwen Schaefer, thank you for the 10. Mavka in the sky, $2. Thank you for that. What did she say about the bows? Who? Oh, we're like, are you guys expecting me to go up and ask this woman flat out, like, what the fuck the deal is with the bows? I'm not trying to get kicked out of the courtroom. Like, she'll probably go up and they'll really go to the judge. Like, that fucking guy back there, like, had the temerity to ask me about my bows. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'll probably get in some kind of shit. Like, who's she? I'm not asking the prosecutor, like, why, like, what her motive is. Like, are you a bow person? She has a shit ton of bows. I mean, I don't know that she's doubled up on any of them. Like, they appear to be different bows every day from what I can remember. Thanks, Mavka. Clean Life, 200 joules. Thank you. Angel the Aussie, 14 Australian. Sorry, can't Venmo. Don't know why. Appreciate SC. I heard the bows are new and only for this case, allegedly. Where'd you get that intel? Is that the word on the street? I mean, it's pissing people off. There's no question about that. Like at this point, as I was talking about this last night, it doesn't matter if she's a beau gal. When basically the entirety of the free world thinks you're wearing it as a ploy, a very transparent ploy. I mean, then it becomes that. no matter if she's a beau girl or not. Like if we all think that something is that way, well, then it's that way because we all feel that way. She's got to be aware of, like, she cannot be oblivious to the fact that we all hate the bows. I mean, at this point, she's leaned into it. Thanks, Aussie. I appreciate you. Mimi, 13 Canadian. Much love to the Motta family and all of us in the DD fam jam. You are so appreciated, as are you. Thank you very much. Andrea, 250. Thank you. Andrea again, 200. Jerry Joe, Bob, people are trying to tell you to call into Aiden Spaces. He just started a Spaces on X about Lindsay Clancy. After this live, I'm putting my head on a pillow, bro, and throwing down with some sleep. Like this, like it's bizarre, but I felt the exact same way when I was covering Alan's case, you know, and I went down for the trial, and it was like get up 6:30, shower, get dressed, take the drive. You know, there it was 35 minutes to the courthouse, sitting there. Gull ran it till like 5, sometimes later. Try to figure out food. Go up, do a live with Allie. And I'm like exhausted at that point. You know, and then it's like sleep, do it all over again. It's like it's a draining cycle, like in a much different way than it was trying the cases, which was a draining cycle as well. But there, in that situation, when you're trying the case, your mind is on fire. You know, you've got so much stuff going through your mind that you're trying to try this case and trying to make sure that you haven't forgotten anything and panicking about shit. It's like it's a whole different thing. But this, in its own way, is incredibly exhausting. And that's not even taking into consideration the emotional drain of it. You know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I'm gonna have to pass on that, but thank you. Proud Boomer, 550 joules. Appreciate you. Chickabee Farm, 30. Thank you. Jerry, Bob Aiden truly does not get it. Call his Spaces. I can't try to educate every individual that doesn't get it. What people should be telling his ass is to watch our lives. I'm not gonna try track him down, try to explain it to him like he's 5. Watch my fucking show, man. Learn something. Thanks for the 2. Meemaw Cat. My husband was telling his coworkers today about this case on the phone. My daughter and I just glanced at each other, smiled. Men cure too. I would hope so. You know, I would hope so. I know the men that are in the orbit of where I'm at care. I know that guy defending that case cares. You know, I don't know if you saw my thing today. Like I did my morning little video, and like right when I was starting to record, I see a green like Ford Bronco coming up with the windows rolled down. I can hear from like before I can even see who's driving. It's Pearl Jam and it's Yellow Ledbetter playing. And fucking he pulls up like in my eye shot and it's red, cranked and like Pearl Jam. I'm like, it's like if I didn't already love the guy to death, it's like I even love him more now. You guys know Allie and I are pretty huge Pearl Jam fans. And they're my favorite band of all time. And then, like at lunch, he pulls up and he's still playing fucking Yellow Ledbetter. I walked up to his car. I'm like, I saw you this morning when you were driving in and you had yellow. He's like, I fucking love Yellow Ledbetter. I'm like, it's a great song, man. It's a great song by a great band. Thanks, BMO. Deborah, 200 joules. Just a girl from the 6 coming in hot, giving the love, making the family grow. Appreciate you, just a girl. Always and forever. ML Wildchild, 10 joules, another 10 joules, another 10 joules, another 30 joules. All the jewels. Thanks, ML. Appreciate you. Rhonda, $2. Where can we? Are you talking about the News Nation thing? At this point, it was like live. You know, it was like, but I'm sure I'm not familiar with how they operate online. Like, I don't know if they have a YouTube. Most of them have a YouTube. Like when I'm on with Vinny, if it's VPI, they'll rerun that show at like 11 or some shit like that. And then the following day, it's available on their YouTube for Court TV. So News Nation, I don't know. But if you see it, like the segment preceding us was like some political shit. And then it came on, like I came on at like 8:30, I want to say. They had me on for my first segment. And so that was 8:30 Eastern time. So that's the best I can do. Like it was News Nation, it was 8:30 Eastern, and it was tonight. And it was Brian Enton was sitting in for Chris Como. But thank you for the 2. Oh, snap. Sharon, thank you for the 2. Kelly, thank you for the 200 joules. Mary Swampy, thank you for gifting that membership. I'm sure the person who received it was very happy. And thank you for helping grow the fam. Carrie RH, terrifying how some say she shouldn't have told doctors more. She didn't have the insight to parse that as her world was out of kilter. God, you just nailed it on the head. Just fucking nailed it on the head. Like, and the ADAs keep making a point of asking every one of these treating physicians whether or not she was showing signs of psychosis. Well, I'm here to tell you that the psychosis didn't develop until after she was done treating, like, I think with everyone other than who? Tufts? Like, who saw her last? Was it like Tufts? And when I say saw, you know what I mean. You know, but it's that thing where if she's, you know, with the waxing and waning that can occur with psychosis, if she like you can be talking to somebody who is just teeming with psychosis and they are normal to you. You know what I mean? It's like that's the thing that so many of us need to be educated on, the realities of that disease. You know? Thank you for the 5. Peels are made for walking. Remember from 1 month. Lindsay, your love no matter what. Family hugs. It's for sure. Betty, 440. Thank you. Oh, snap. So let's get this straight. It's okay that Lindsay Clancy didn't have a plan to off herself, but it's okay that she planned to off others than herself. How does this make sense? I can't make that make sense. Like when we do the mental health awareness thing and we have some of the people in the profession on, I'm gonna dive into this whole plan thing because I fucking hate it. I think it was Ange or somebody, like it might have been Ange, but somebody on Twitter, like when they get to the plan stage, it's too fucking late. If it was like whoever, like I think it was Ange, but I could be wrong. But whoever said it, it fucking resonated. I'm like, and thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. Music 5. Saying that looking at screens all day isn't good for us isn't a good ad for the channel, Bob. Tell me about it. Take care of yourself. This case is hard. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. But you know what? It's pretty rare that we go on the weekends. You know, my hope is that y'all are going out and getting some fresh air. Oh, Tracy's coming to yell me. Fucking tell me to end it. I'm in trouble. Like, Allie's probably put Tracy on the job. Like, tell Bob to fucking knock it off and go to bed. Okay, so Allie said, babe, one of our listeners sent Watch to trial that she was on. Or all right, so like Allie's, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. Are you doing your swiping, honey? Because you're fucking it up. Like sometimes like Allie's texts are so garbled because she's either doing voice to text or because she doesn't, Allie's not she doesn't do much editing. Like she just puts the shit out and she sends it. And then I have to try to use context clues. This one I can use the context clues. So essentially one of our listeners saw a trial that she was on Court TV, another murder case. You know, she was never wearing a bow throughout the entire trial. I think Reddington was the other defense lawyer. Really? It wasn't Turek, was it? I was watching that. Like I don't think that was her. Like that was a blonde prosecutor, kind of a middle-aged gal. Levain, Kate's new member. Family hug. Sorry if I fucked your name up. Carrie RH, $2. British. I view it as her evil identical twin did it. I mean, that's it. That's it. Like when you've lost control of your mind, and whether it's auditory hallucinations or you're a paranoid schizophrenic and like the things that are in your mind in terms of people out to get you are so real that you cannot convince yourself otherwise. I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? Yeah, it's a great way to think about it. And thank you for the 2. Kelly, $2 checking on your heart. Thank you for being there. It's heavy. Got a heavy heart today. It's a tough day. Thank you for caring. ML Wildchild, $2. Family hugs. Bob, thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you always. You know that. Dr. Martha Washington, $2. How many people will be hesitant to look for help now? I mean, I hope they're not. Like, that's not the answer, you know, but it's like, it depends on how this thing goes. If it goes if we come down on the right side of history here, my hope is that this is the case that effectuates change. That's why I'm passionately covering this case. It's like why I saw fit to get my ass out here and cover this case. Thank you. Carrie comes back with 5. Those stating that LC is going to walk after she gets off have zero idea. Didn't see the court docs. I'm paralyzed, similar level, and was an RN before. I mean, the problem is that people just don't want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? It's like people that are just dead set in the way that they think about something. They have no interest in hearing outside noise. Like we all know people like that. We all know people like that. Thank you. Mish, thank you for the 30. Joni, thank you for the 200. Yay. It's Megan. $10. I was initially told that my dad was stabbed to death. Oh my God. It wasn't until open court that I heard that he was actually beaten in the head. Oh my God. The claw end of a hammer, zero preparation from the prosecutor. Jesus. Yeah, I just, there's prosecutors that are wonderful people, and there's prosecutors that aren't. Like setting you up for that kind of thing to get body slammed with it is like just awful. Thanks, Yay. What's up, boy? Get DB. Come in with 10. Bob triggered Matt Walsh. Great work, Bob. Fuck that guy. Thanks, DB. Love you, man. Edward, 1,000 joules. Appreciate you. Nellis. Thank you for that. Nellis, I got it. Like the end of Darnell? Darnellas. So it's Nellas, right? Did I get it right? Nellas. All right. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. There's nothing I hate worse than butchering somebody's name on repeat. Betsy, 20, thank you for doing the Lord's work. Well, thank you for supporting it. I appreciate it. Truly. Boris, $5. I said earlier today, been on the side of guilty and criminally responsible, but after what I saw today, I'm more open to the defense's theories. That's all I can ask, man. That's all I can ask. Keep the open mind. That's all I could do for folks that came into this case feeling a certain way. You're allowed to feel that way. And all I can ask, and all Allie can ask, and all any defense attorney can ever ask is keep an open mind. Just wait. Wait to hear it all. And then you land where you're going to land. And thank you for the message. Tracy, 1,000, thank you. Classic, $2. Is your dad taking statins cause muscle wastage? I don't even know what the hell a statin is. What is that? I'll have to Google that. I mean, he's really not taking much. Like they've tried him on, like I told you his Seroquel story. He fucking hated it. And it didn't take, it was like one night. Like all this shit, like, oh, it takes like a solar, like that's something like, no. My father took it one night and said he had no idea if he was in reality or in a dream, or like he hated it. He's out, like he hates, he's like, Dad, they should make that shit illegal. His thoughts, Seroquel. Petty for your thoughts. 30, thank you. Galactica. Thank you for the 2. You Chase, thank you for the 10. Mama Loca. $5, appreciate you. Sending hugs your way. Sending right back. Thank you for the 5. Kimberly, 440, thank you. Bailey, $5, scheduled to have my second C-section Friday. Well, I hope that you and the baby are healthy and happy after the end of that surgery. I'm so incredibly anxious, I'm sure. Women's health needs to be poured in to, so like, girl, yes. not agree more. And we're all thinking of you. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I mean, I'll just tell you, like,
2
I
hours
had to have a
later.
C-section. Oh boy, Tracy's really working me like a rented mule. And like I was in there, and I am not good with blood. And you know, my wife's a fucking champion. You know, and like I didn't realize, like I accidentally, so they had like I was standing with Allie holding her hand while the gurney's getting shaken violently. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, what is going on? I think this was with Cameron, and I peeked over the screen and I had no idea what I was about to see. Like her innards were on the fucking like they had taken the innards out, I guess, to be able to access the uterus. I was like, oh my fucking God, I couldn't believe it. I was so in awe of my wife and what you guys go through with childbirth, whether it's C-section, whether it's, you know, natural childbirth, vaginal. It's like, it's fucking incredible. You guys are magical. Magical. It's magic. You make magic. And you're tough as nails. I can't even imagine. It's like, I think it was Allie. We were watching something and she's like, could you imagine taking a shit that big? I'm like, yeah. Is that what it would be like? I'm like, no, I can't. It would be, I couldn't even imagine like stretching your skin to like the absolute furthest it can go. Like, no, it seems excruciating. Yeah. Alaska, 2 jewels. Thank you. Jessica, $2. Thank you. Can't believe suicidal thoughts are down. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like, then again, like, I think that there's, you know, if the reasoning behind it is that they don't have the resources to be able to take everybody that's just having suicidal thoughts to give them the same type of care and concern as those that are saying that I'm planning on doing it. If that's the reason, I'm not here for it. It's fucked up. Jaded, $7 Canadian. You were talking about one of the jurors doing something during the autopsy testimony. Can you finish, please? But it wasn't about the testimony. It was that Lindsay Clancy was a puddle. Like, it had nothing to do with what the doctor was saying. Like, this, if you're talking about the woman in the second row who was dabbing her eyes, like she was staring at Lindsay. Like, she was the one juror who would not break her stare from Lindsay, just like watching her and feeling it, like being a human being, you know? It's like the rest of them were just kind of like sitting there, you know? Poker face. Doc, 10 jewels, thank you. Elf, $10. Do you think that a bench trial would have been a better way to go? Thoughts on a possible hung? I think this case could live in perpetuity in hung juries if they continued to try her, if it's a mistrial. And no, I wouldn't have gone bench on this. Like, if Reddington didn't go bench on it, then Reddington knows. Trust in Red. Sarah Mess, $2. Can Reddington talk in closing about prosecution's manipulation? I mean, Kevin's going to say whatever the fuck Kevin wants to say. Again, it's one of the many reasons. Like, you know, he says that shit. He'll throw shit out there at the end of something. You know, he'll throw little comments out there. He's going to say his piece. I'll tell you that. Christina, slyly slip your foot into the aisle and try to trip the evil twins tomorrow in court. Nah. No. But thank you. I'll do it in my brain. I'll think about it. I'll envision it. I'll daydream it. Alberta, 440. Thank you. Cynthia, appreciate your compassion, but I'm here to understand the courtroom dynamics. You lost the thread with juror in her early 50s. Is it the one that I was just talking about? Yeah. I mean, that's basically it. You know, like the one constant with this jury that I've seen since I've been there is they have all been completely engaged with the process. You know what I mean? Like I haven't, none of the jurors are doing that thing where they're like this or just, kind of like, doing that shit. Like nobody's doing that. Like they're all paying rapt attention. There's those that take notes and there's those that don't. But they're all in it. This isn't going to be one of those situations where it gives the judge pause when he sees jurors emoting. So they're doing everything in their power not to show it. You know what I mean? That's why it's hard to read them. Some of them are able to be stone-faced, just sit there, not showing anything. That purposefully are trying to avoid eye contact with Lindsay. But Lindsay's not looking over at him. Like Lindsay's looking straight ahead most of the time. And at the most, if it's like the doctor witnesses, she would like tilt her head slightly. Like I have a hard time from where I'm at, and I'm 3 rows back from the front with like a really good shot of her past red. And I can rarely get a profile. She's almost like her hair's down. I'm barely seeing her face. Like she is not looking around the courtroom. Like I have not seen her one time turn around to see who's here ever. And that juror that you're talking about, she was really the only one that I saw a physical manifestation of what she was feeling, but she wasn't like pouring tears. She like was dabbing her eyes. And you could see it on her face. She was feeling it. She was feeling an emotion that was making her sad. What that was is up for speculation. I would have to think that it was watching this woman sitting at that table destroyed. Is it like she's feeling sympathy for her because she thinks that now she's just learned what she's done? And she's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. But thank you for the 5. Paulette, thank you for the 100. Mother of Ferrets, $20. Psychosis is complex and hard to understand if you've never witnessed it or had it yourself. I have bipolar and I've dealt with psychosis 3 times. Your mind escalates and can hit the breaking point in a matter of minutes. It's scary. Thank you very much for sharing. Did y'all hear that? Somebody who lived it 3 times. Appreciate you sharing that. And the 20. Thank you. Aaron, $10. I've been diligently watching throughout the days while taking care of my toddler and 14-year-old. So I can't believe I actually caught up to the live. Thanks for being there, Bob. Well, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for your generosity. Jay, $5. Nurse here. Or is it Jay Lynn? That's a tough one. Jay Lynn Estelle. Nurse here. I've had SI and was seeking help. Then I got tired and had a plan and stopped asking for help nor wanted it by that point. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the plan thing. Like by the time you get the plan, you're in peril. Well, thank God you're still here. And thank you for your generosity and for sharing. Lindsay, 440. Thank you. Ellie Bug or L Bug. $2. Am I wrong? And Lindsay told Patrick and her mom. I don't about the suicidal ideation or about the HI. I don't know if she told Patrick about the HI. Really don't. But I might be wrong. I haven't heard that testimony. I don't know. $2. Thank you. Thank you for the 2 jewels. Diane, women in the U.S. weren't legally allowed to apply for a credit card without a male cosigner until 1974. That should rock your fucking world. Like if you didn't know that. If you're a young head and you just learned that factoid, welcome to womanhood under the patriarchy. Fucking ridiculous. It's insane. That's like a fact that should never be forgotten. I mean, that is 5 years after I was born. Lindsay, 440. Thank you. Gemini lady, thank you. 2 jewels from Galastica. Thank you. Rainy day. Remember for 4 months. Michael Hand M trial. There you go. This is it. March 2026. No bow. There it is. So it's a ploy. It's the scumbaggery we thought it was. Shame on them. Mermaid Mary, $10. Thank you. Hi. Can you tell Kevin to read email I sent them? Providers have easy access to clinical summaries from other facilities in Care Everywhere in the electronic med record. Thanks. I will tell him. I'm worried that it's too late because they're done with that would have been something that he would have been able to jam down their throat on cross, but I'm going to tell him anyway. Thanks for caring enough to send an email to him. Jalen, $2. Nurse here. The cry of a grieving mom equals unforgettable. No shit. Ain't that the truth? Thank you. Hazen, thank you for the 440. Luna's mom. Yes, because so embarrassing to the family. They hid it. I will DM you. God, you'd have to. I have to hear all the details. It's an incredible story. Thanks, Luna. Glasgow, 2 jewels. Thank you. All right. Beautiful messy ball. $10. One thing I don't think we've had is RD if tox was done on the kids or not. We know she crushed pills. If she put them in drinks for the kids or something, that's one thing that I think might change my mind. Like change your mind which way? Like if she made it so that they didn't have to suffer. So, but how does change your mind? What? What are you thinking? Where are you at on this thing? Thank you for the 10. Jude, 440. Thank you. PJR Esquire, old counselor. Thank you. Can the jury acquit her on the verdict form or, just NGRI? She can't be acquitted. Sassy Desk Diaries, new member. Oh, family hug. Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Hazen, 550. Thank you. Angie, 440. Thank you. Post Punk Mama, member for 20 months. OG. I too love Yellow Ledbetter. You have excellent taste in music. Annalise, new member. Oh, family hug. Thank you. All right, now I want to say Shanta. Is it Shanta or Shanta? Okay, jewels are also given free or for free to give streamers as well. So while some purchase jewels, many are choosing what they get for free to give to their favorite streamers. It does convert the same way as a super sticker does. All right, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. See, Allie, 10 jewels from Just Anani. Thanks. Shonta or Shanta. It's got to be one of the two. Sad how people just victim blame. Should have, if you've never been there, you have no clue how complex the mind is. Educate yourself. Thank you. Preach. Exactly. Jude, 440 jewels. Thank you. Rhonda, $2. Your segment was just on. You did great. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. They didn't give me much time. I was fine with it. Just Heidi, thanks for the 2 jewels. All right. Stuff. $4 for the love of poo. I'm going to lose it if CW doesn't start proving physical behavior, intent, or legal criminal responsibility when calling MEs. I mean, they're not going to do that until they're putting on their entire case in terms of the lack of criminal responsibility and rebuttal. You're not going to see it in their case in chief. They have to wait till the defense goes to see what their experts say, and then they're going to rebut it. So you have to wait for it. But in terms of what you've seen, that's it. Like, we've heard it. Like, I think their case really helped Lindsay. Member for 3 months. Thank you, Bob and Allie, for being amazing. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. Salty Mom, 10. Thank you. NMN, 440. Thank you. Kate is Kay Hilton. All right, 100. Thank you. Jen Orzo. Oh, family hug. Welcome to the fam. Danielle, member for 1 month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, good to see you, Keith. What's up? Matt Walsh sucks. Love you, Bob. Excited for Bears Browns this Saturday, even if it is preseason. Same. Been dying for football. Same. Thanks, Keith. I appreciate you, man. Alexandria, 10 jewels. Thank you. Oh my God, I finally made it at the bottom. Law nerd, 10 jewels. I did it. You guys were crushing the supers. Holy shit. And as a net result, everybody else in the 4,760 comments, I didn't see any of them. Don't be mad. I love you. I love you all. All right, I got to go to bed. I love you guys. It's 11:38. It's already past my bedtime. I'm going to kick it earlier tomorrow, so it won't happen again. I'll definitely check, because I don't like to not show love to everybody in our community, but there were just so many. There were 251 starred. I literally started reading them and just finished them. So, all right, mods, I love you. Sorry for keeping you up so late, Tracy. Sorry for keeping you up so late. And thank you for everything that you do. You guys, whether you're new to the channel, whether you're old to the channel, thank you a million times over. Please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. It's free. If you're on replay, leave a comment. Helps get into the algo. And just remember this. Without y'all, literally just be an old man with a broken heart. Talk to you.